Hey, it's John Bear. Welcome to the show. In this episode, I'm going to interview Nigel Paquin, a Canadian filmmaker. He's the owner of Stellar J Films. Nigel is a very skilled filmmaker, somebody that I look up to, somebody that I consider somewhat of a mentor to myself. Nigel has been able to make filmmaking one of his main ways of income, and I consider him to be a creative entrepreneur. Going forward, I'm going to interview more creative entrepreneurs on the show, so be on the lookout for that. But for now, please help me in giving a very warm welcome to Nigel Paquin. Make sure you watch till the end of the video where I'm going to give you the main takeaways from the interview. What is the line of creative work that you find yourself in?
Well, recently some of my clients are people who are looking to bring inbound tourism into Japan, and they're looking for foreigners to film things that are interesting to us that Japanese might overlook. Some Japanese companies actually appreciate the fact that, we have a unique view of the simple things of Japan, the rural, we say inaka.
Wow. So you found yourself in a very unique position where being a foreigner in Japan and having the videography skill set is exactly what this business needed. So how did you find yourself being a travel filmmaker for the tourism industry in Japan? How did that happen?
A good friend of mine actually asked me to do some drone work for him for a hot spring or onsen that got hit by a landslide. And so he asked me to do all the drone work for him. And then when we did that, I made an offshoot video of all the drone shots that I did. And then when I put that online, I got contacted by the Aso Tourism Board and also the same travel company. And they asked me, hey, would you be interested in coming out to Aso to film for 3 or 4 days for a travel promotion video and things like that. And it kind of, after that happened, things got really busy. I started getting into DSLR cameras, increasing my camera knowledge through YouTube, obviously, and getting more gear, upping my drone, going from just a regular 2.7K drone up to a 4K drone. And as my gear got better, my videography level got better and more professional.
So obviously having YouTube, that is one valuable learning resource.
Yeah, that's right. They say there's 2 types of filmmakers in the world. One is he goes to film school, and the other learns off YouTube. Yeah. So there's I come from the YouTube. I come from the YouTube generation. With you, John, I think you're more of a self-taught YouTuber yourself, right? So.
100%. Yeah, that's me. I think actually, if anything, that people who are driven by passion, they find a way to learn it. Whereas, film school maybe has its benefits as well. You have more accountability and maybe money on the line. So you have to sort of
invest yourself.
Not drop out of it.
Actually, I did take, I actually took Philip Bloom, if you're familiar with the DP Philip Bloom. He's a videographer based out of England, and I took his online course, which is around 10 or 12 videos, and man, he teaches you so much stuff. You do have to take courses. I believe that is a good way. I know you took what was it, Brandon's course, I think you took yourself?
That is correct. Brandon Lee. Absolutely. I think once you're getting deeper into it, investing into a course is very good for you because it gives you that monetary leverage to push yourself further into it. Otherwise, you might not really invest that much into it.
I mean, I've sat in front of this computer sometimes going through 2 and 3 hours of tutorials on just how to use a GH5 camera and all the different settings and things like that. And, you have to know your camera from inside and out, top to bottom. If you can't jump into your camera, you're going to be spending so much time clicking buttons and not knowing where to go.
I'm curious, how do you think that the Aso Tourism Board found your video of the drone shots of the landslide onsen?
Oh, well, when I make a YouTube video or a Facebook video, I promote it. and I promote my brand of who I am. So I don't just go and put a video up on YouTube and, I hope people can see it. I actually go over to the Kumamoto earthquake pages. I go to tourism boards. I mean, I scour the Facebook groups, and I'll actually contact them directly and say, hey, I made this really cool video. Would you be interested in showing my video to your viewers? I think they're going to find it super interesting. It's promoting the local area. I'll tell you another little story. I was, I was hitting up the local Africa events, and there was also a Nigerian event and also an Indian event happening in my city. I went over to the Facebook page, contacted the event organizers and said, hey, you need a video. So next year, when you go to ask for more money from the city, you need a promotion video. Pictures are good, but you need live videos. And sure enough, I think 2 of those event organizers hit me up. It wasn't big money, but I was out there filming all these organizations and all their big events, and I was making a little bit of money. I was getting, a pretty good little event video, like a sort of collaboration of all the things that was going around it. So I'm getting paid. I'm also getting, cool shots, and then I get to use that for promotion in the future. So when I level up and I go to the next event, then I've got a video I can show people. So go out there and contact those.
Yeah, I love that. You're going out and you're actually educating your clients as to why they need a video in the first place, because they might not even think about it.
Exactly. And use that little system I told you. Next year, when you need more money from the city, hey, you might want to have a video that you like to show off to the local government, and, put that in their mindset. And they're going to be like, oh, that's a great idea. I never thought about that.
Actually, I remember when you told me about this, I used this myself in Iceland when I wanted to shoot some bands doing live recordings. I would tell them like, hey, if you need a record label to, release your songs or whatever, having live footage of your shows will actually help you advertise yourself to them.
And, another little tip here is if you go out there and you film this event, or you do lots of filming of their, things, you can build a stock footage of all of those things. And what you can do is actually create Instagram posts for them in the future. So as you build, this happened to me with a sports gym. So as I built up all these different shots of their trainers and their customers and things like that, they started hitting me up for the Google Maps, hitting me up for, Instagram posts and things like that. Hey, Nigel, I got this idea. Would you be able to work remotely and make us a little promotion video for it, like a Christmas sale? I'm like, yeah. I got some great shots of your business. I'll create a little micro 30-second video for you guys. And so if you build up stock footage of companies, you're able to create content for them for a long time.
So you already got the client, you already got the job where you're doing a specific video. But then once you're in there, you got your foot in the door, so to speak, you can help them a lot more. And help is the proper word here. You're not upselling some shit that they don't need, excuse my language.
Well, actually, the Google Maps idea was not from me. It was actually from them. And they were busy doing their listing for Google Maps. And they said, hey, Nigel, it turns out, don't quote me on this, I think you can upload a 1-minute video. It might be 1 minute, or I don't remember what it was, maybe 30 seconds. And businesses are now allowed to upload these 30-second little micro vids. So I was like, oh, okay. So I had to do some research. What is Google Maps? What's the resolution and things like that? And so, within a day or two, I had this video made, and they loved it. And then the other client who I worked with an accounting firm, they said, Nigel, we heard you did the Google Maps video. I said, yeah. So I turned around and I made one for her. So one thing led to another, and now it's part of my business repertoire where I actually tell people, oh, I can also make you Google Map videos. As a videographer, we're learning how to expand our business opportunities, right? So it's not just taking a drone video. It's, there's a whole bunch of different things you can make, right? So,
well, yeah, I mean, you started out with only doing a drone shot, right?
Yeah, that's
But
right.
you mentioned doing some fishing videos before. Like, how did you get into? Let's just go back to the beginning. How did you find yourself in this passion to begin with?
When I was 19, I was the JVC camcorder guy for all the house parties for my friends. So I was always filming, house party videos with the camcorder. And hey guys, come on, let's all sit down and watch this hilarious tape of you getting drunk and passing out
No
and
way.
you know, and things like that. And then after that, I started picking up little Canon sort of mini video cameras, and I'd go out fishing and make little mini fishing videos. And then when I got to Japan, then I started, you know, upping my game with these little Olympus shot cameras. They're really strong cameras. And then I was making these videos and uploading them over to my YouTube channel called Fisher King Nigel. And from there, I moved into fishing videos where I was actually, you know, trying to make clips and organize them, make gardening DIY videos, sort of cooking videos, recipe videos and things like that. So always doing videos and learning. And as technology gets better and better, you know, obviously the resolution and all the camera gear gets better and drones start to enter, right?
Yeah, I'm imagining like if a viewer is watching this video and they don't know exactly what they want to get into, it could be good for them to scour their past, see what they've been sort of drawn to organically, so to speak. Because looking at you, I mean, you're doing the house party videos. There was no incentive to make money or anything like that.
No.
That's just something you thought of doing because you thought it was fun.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. If you have a passion to make videos, if you think that you're going to do this as a business and you really want to do this, then you better start making videos all the time. Like you better be taking your iPhone and making these little, you know, videos of you guys out drinking and, you know, doing whatever. Like just make videos, make content, learn how to edit. You can't just sit there and it's not going to come to you, you know, so you got to go out there and grab it. You got to get it. So you got to get it.
If you could go back in time and start all over, what is the one thing you wish you knew before you started this business? Before you started going, like, I can make money with this?
Music drives a video. I mean, music is so important for a video. I believe, you know, the right music can make and break a video. So it's just a small little thing, but a lot of times when I was young, I would just use whatever kind of music, and I didn't really care about copyrights and things like that. And now, as we know, there's a lot of these paid subscription music sites, and I firmly believe in subscribing to one of these sites like Soundstripe. You know, there's Epidemic Sound, there's MusicBed, there's Artlist, there's all these amazing websites. And I have friends who make videos and they're always like, oh, it's pretty expensive. And I'm like, yeah, it's $15 a month, pay it. Like, no, I'll just go to YouTube and get some uncopyrighted stuff. And I'm like, don't do that. You're going to shoot yourself in the foot.
Yeah.
And sure enough, you know, down the road, your friends, oh, I can't monetize that video, or that video got taken off or whatever. And it's all because they just used whatever, some random music on the internet. And so I have videos now that had all the audio removed out of it, and I can't use the original audio that was inside it. And so YouTube just went and spliced or just placed any type of music on top of it now. And so it lost the feel of the video. And they're really good videos. And so so I would honestly say, if you're getting into this business, get yourself a good music website and start to take the music really serious.
That's a fantastic answer, and I totally agree with you as well. This is something that I've experienced the hard way as well, where you're using whatever you can get your hands on that is listed as supposedly like copyright-free video, but then down the road, a year later, it might not be copyright-free anymore, and then it gets hammered, you know?
I'm not too worried about the monetization thing. It's not about that. It's just the strike on your channel. And I feel that eventually YouTube is just going to start ranking you further down, because you keep getting strikes. And eventually your videos won't rank anymore. That's just my feeling. And if you subscribe to these music websites, guess what you can do? You can get inspiration. As you know, I'm making a video of all my drone shots, and I was like, I want to make this really cool video montage, 4 years of drone shots. So what do? The first thing I go into is the music, and I found a song, and I was busy telling all my friends, guys, check out this song. This is the song. So without that song, the video's nothing, right? So it's just a bunch of random drone shots. But now I've got the song, so when I put it into that timeline, it's like, okay, lock and load, baby, we're in, let's go. And now I need to get a shot for this.
It drives the edit,
it drives
the shots.
Yeah, it drives the edit, it drives the shot, right? Without that song, it's just a bunch of random drone shots, right? So that's why music is so important. It should never be overlooked.
I just want to add one last thing to this point, which I think it's such a fantastic point, because I have so much to add to it as well. When you're using copyright-free music, what happens is you'll start finding other videos using the same music all over the place. And whenever I see like an Instagram ad or somebody on YouTube using the same songs, I just feel this sort of like inside my heart where it's like, this person didn't bother to pay $15 for a proper
Yeah, that's
song.
right. The ASO video that I told you about, that ASO tourism promotion video, that song, to buy it outright was $250. That to me, that was crazy. But the owner of the company loved that song so much, and he's like, "Oh, I don't care. I'm going to pay for it." I was like, "Okay, that's fine." Of course, they pay for it. And now when I see that song, it's usually for like an amazing wedding video or some super duper, high end video. So I'm always like, I feel really proud. I'm part of like that group of people who paid the $250, to get the rights to that song. So some songs are special, man. They're expensive for a reason. So.
All right, man. Now, I'm going to throw you a bit of a curveball because this is the last question that I have for you. And this is a question that I've gotten from Tim Ferriss. He wrote the book, The 4-Hour Workweek.
I've heard of it. Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, so he interviews a bunch of famous people, and he always ends his interviews with this question. If you could put anything on a giant billboard, what would it say? Yeah, just imagine there's a giant billboard that a bunch of people are going to see, and you can put anything on this billboard. What would you say? What would be your message to the world that you can put into like a quote or a sentence?
Oh God, you're killing me, dude. You're killing me.
I know this one sucks.
Oh my God!
Right?
Why didn't you show me the questions beforehand? You're killing me, man. You're killing me. I'm a videographer for hire. No, I don't know. Some amazing quote. Okay, all right. I'll just throw something out. Be professional and always do the best job you can always do. How's that? Okay.
I love it. That's amazing. Yeah, it's perfect.
It's kind of my motto.
And I've been a victim of this as well. Not being professional, not showing up on time. It costs you opportunities.
That's
so
right,
absolutely,
that's right. Yeah,
be your best. Be professional, no matter how much they're paying you.
Yeah, and that's sorry. I'm gonna just a little bit there. Never make a half-ass video. If you're going to make a video, make it the best goddamn video you could ever make. And it has something to do with the ladder system. If you don't know what it is, it's Levi Allen, and he teaches you always make the best video you can, even if it's over the budget. And then when you show it to the next customer, it's a really good video. It's a level up ladder system, and eventually you're going to hit a plateau where you're going to be getting good money. So never make a half-ass video.
Absolutely,
and if you have to, rent, ask your friends, work on the audio, get that crispy audio, and always do a 100% job. And eventually your customers will see it, and potential clients will love it. So
yeah. So basically, in a short sentence, I would say always blow your clients away.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. Yeah, leave it like that. Exactly.
Well, there you go. Thank you so much, Nigel. Thank you for sharing a little bit about yourself and what you do. This has been a really fun talk, and I can't wait to show my audience what you've had to tell me today.
Awesome. Thank you very much, buddy. Take care. That's awesome. That was really fun. Thank you. All right, take care.